Hey guys, welcome to my channel and welcome to today's video. Today we are going to do an eyeshadow palette video and I'm going to share with you all the eyeshadow palettes which I have purchased this year in 2020. I was going to do a best like top purchases of 2020 and worst purchases of 2020 video, and I thought that video is going to get too long if I include eyeshadow palettes in there. So I thought let me do a separate video where I can share my thoughts on the eyeshadow palettes which I have purchased this year. So very exciting video for me at least. If you are interested, then please continue watching. Okay guys, so let's get started with the video. So this essentially is going to be my 2020 eyeshadow palettes collection. Hopefully I will not be interested in any other palette and I won't be purchasing any other palette this year, but we know how those promises go here, so I'm not promising anything. If something promising comes up during the holidays, I don't know, but so far I'm not interested to buy any other palette which is out there which I already know about, and so far this is it. I'm not really eyeing any other palette. So I have in front of me I think around 15 to 16 palettes which I have purchased so far this year. I will put up a counter on the screen because I don't really remember how many palettes I have in here. First of all, let me show you 6 palettes which I haven't, 6 or 5, I think 5 palettes which I haven't really used that much. So I don't have like my final thoughts on them. First, I want to mention this one. This is the Color Drain Juicy Boost palette. This palette came in yesterday. I have been waiting to get this palette in my hand. I just love Color Drain eyeshadow palettes. I have quite a few of them. I'm going to do an eyeshadow palette collection where you can see all the Color Drain palettes I have. But I love Color Drain eyeshadows. So when they launched or announced that they're going to launch this, I was just eyeing this palette. Their mattes are superb and this palette has a lot of mattes. So this is how the palette looks like. It's a really fun packaging because it's a colorful palette. This comes in 2 packaging. One is a book style and one is a flat style. I had ordered a book style but I still received a flat style. Both the palettes are same pricing, so I think it doesn't really matter. But yeah, I would have loved to see the book style packaging, which is a little bit more interesting. But anyways, I'm happy I have this. So this is how this palette looks like. I just posted a picture of this yesterday on my Instagram. I haven't really used it. I will try to give you close-ups of all the palettes which I'm showing you. Beautiful mattes, very interesting mattes. Interesting concept as well. So all the shades in here actually revolve around juice mixtures or like juice cocktails. So it's very interesting and the shades are quite unique as well. There are 3 shimmers and all of these are mattes. Super excited to play with the colors which are in here. Let me know if you want to see a video on this one. I am planning to do a video but I don't know when I will do it. If you really want to see it soon, then I will do a video soon. Otherwise, I will do it in my own time. Okay, the next palette is from Sydney Grace. This is the Sydney Grace Chase Your Dreams palette. So this one I didn't pay for. It was a free product. Sydney Grace had a Christmas in July celebration where they were giving this palette out for free for order above $30 or $50. I can't really remember. Anyways, I had purchased some duochrome shadows from Sydney Grace and I got this for free. So I'm really excited that I got an eyeshadow palette for free. The packaging is stunning. It's like a shiny glittery packaging. And look at the colors in this palette. It's like totally up my alley, and these are the kind of colors I love. A combination of warm colors, cool colors, lot of purples, reds, berry sort of colors. I haven't really played around with this palette, but I have posted the swatches on my Instagram if you are interested to see. And since I have swatched it, I felt the shadows and I have done like very casual looks just to try out the palette, and the looks, they turn out so well. The tones of these shadows are beautiful, especially this 2 purples which are in here, and even this one, this deep grayish purple. Beautiful purples, and you guys know how much I love purple eyeshadows. Even today I have purple on. The next palette is from Nabla. This is the Nabla Cutie palette Wild Berry, and I really wanted to get this palette because of the tones in here. First of all, it's a small cute little palette. I love small palettes, and it has all beautiful berry tones in here, and it has this shade Alchemy 2.0. This is one of the very popular Nabla single eyeshadows. I think it's called Alchemy. So this is Alchemy 2.0, a little variation of Alchemy, and I still don't have the shade Alchemy, and I was a little curious about this particular eyeshadow which is in here. This is more of a purpley, duochrome, iridescent kind of color, my kind of shade totally. So this is a very big reason I wanted to get this palette, and apart from that, there are beautiful berry tones. These are the kind of colors I wear most of the time, so this will be a very handy little palette. And of course, I love Nabla eyeshadows. Okay, the next one is from NYX, and this is the NYX Ultimate Shadow Palette. I have purchased an eyeshadow palette from NYX after a really long time, but I love the color story of this eyeshadow palette. This one is a smaller version of a bigger palette. If you have seen the recent NYX launches, it's called Utopia, I think the eyeshadow palette is called, and this one is called Ultimate Utopia Mini. And I love the colors in this. The color story is just so pretty. So I got this from Beautylish. I was already purchasing something for my makeup kit, so I needed a little bit more amount for free shipping, so I ordered this product, and I really like the color story. Even in person, I would love to use it. I would swatch it on my Instagram for sure, and I would love to use it, play around with it, and see how the quality is. I have two more NYX Ultimate shadows, and I do really like the quality of NYX Ultimate shadows, so I have high hopes from this one. So I will let you guys know how is this palette. Next is a palette from Viseart, which I got during the first part of the year, I think in January or February, and this is the Viseart Dark Edit palette. I've been eyeing this palette for so long, and finally this year I just bought it because I am pretty sure there was a sale and I didn't pay full price for it. So look at the packaging of this Viseart palette. So beautiful, very classy, luxurious packaging, and I love Viseart shadows. As I always say that they don't swatch that well, but on the eyes they're just superb. Now this palette has colors like this, very dark grungy colors, so that's why I was interested to get this, especially for my skin tone. I have played around with this and created a couple of looks only from what I have used. I have really liked it, but I haven't used the entire palette, and I haven't used like to create a full-on look. The quality of the shadows I like. I just need to play around with it a little bit more to give my full opinion. That's why I haven't done a video on this, but yeah, I really love the colors in this palette, and I love how compact this palette is. Look at that, it's just super easy to like handle, very compact and very lightweight. I love how these brands who have more expensive palettes, they're coming out with smaller palettes. Natasha Denona is doing it, Pat McGrath also has, and Viseart is coming out with this size of palette. That is great because you get 12 shadows. They already have their Petit Pro palettes which have 8 shadows in them. They are even smaller than this, but if you can get 12 shadows, then you know it's obviously better. So I love the size of this palette. They're obviously less expensive than their full size palettes. That's always appreciated. So this one is the Viseart Dark Edit palette which I purchased this year. Okay, so now let's talk about palettes which I have used a lot this year. First of all, let's just get this out. Anastasia Beverly Hills Jackie Aina palette. I had purchased it last year. This is the second one which I have purchased this year. I wanted to have this palette with me as a backup. I have done this for the first time ever for any palette. The ABH Jackie Aina palette. I love it so much. People ask me which is your favorite ABH palette. I will say go for this one, the ABH Jackie Aina palette. Very good quality, and especially for complexion like ours or skin tone like ours. For Indian skin tone, this is excellent. You get some beautiful tones and you get enough depth in the palette as well for all the shades. So definitely it's one of my favorite palettes of all time. I have bought 2 of this. I mean, do I need to even say more? This year I purchased 2 Pat McGrath big palettes. That's a lot. That's huge. They are pretty expensive, but I purchased them during the sale, so I haven't paid full price. So on one palette I got 20% off, and on the other one I got 30%. Let's talk about the palette on which I got 30% off. This is the Pat McGrath Subversive palette. This is what I have on my eyes today. I will try to give a close-up of what I have on my eyes. Love this palette. If I tell you that, you are not going to believe me. If I tell you that I had seen this eye look, something similar on Instagram, and I was like, which eyeshadow palette is that? And of course it had to be Pat McGrath Subversive. And since that day I have been eyeing this palette because I really loved this eye look. The combination of the purple, the blue, the browns, the tones, they are really pretty. Of course I could have done this with the palettes which I already own, but this eye look did make me look at this palette a lot of times, and I love the color studio of this palette as well. So let me show you the packaging first. Of course, the Pat McGrath classic packaging. Love the packaging, and this is how the palette looks like. It's very heavy, very luxurious. You feel like you have spent a lot of money on this. This is how it opens. The only thing which I don't like about Pat McGrath products is that this top thing, it doesn't lie flat. It stays like this, and I prefer my eyeshadow palettes to, you know, lie totally flat on the table. That's my only preference concern. So that's the little packaging issue which I have. Other than that, these are all the shades in this palette. Beautiful shades, so beautiful. You get some duochrome, kind of those special multi-chrome shadows in this palette as well. You have some deeper tones, you have some neutrals, so you can do neutral look, and you get a olive, purpley blue, pinky, rose gold, and this is also like a purpley blue shift kind of a palette. This actually I think I love more than the other Pat McGrath palette I bought. This is so good. It has colorful shades and it also has neutral, and the colorful shades are what I wear all the time. And the other one which I purchased is the Bronze Seduction, of course. Look at the packaging of this one. I love the packaging of this one more than the Subversive. So cool artwork, but I think I love the Subversive palette more than this Bronze Seduction palette. This is of course also really nice. This is how this palette looks like. Very interesting colors, very nice special shades here as well, very glittery, very duochromy, multi-chromy. You have this very sparkly taupey kind of color as well here, which is one of my favorites. The texture of this one is a little bit off, you have to work at it a bit, but I just love the color. And you can do a lot with this palette as well, but they are all going to be very neutral tone. Of course, neutral tones also I like. You cannot really go wrong with neutral tones. And this palette also has the special shades. This red is really pretty, but this is going to be more neutral. And with the other palette, the Subversive palette, what I like more is that you can create more with it, because there is that element of color. There are some purples, some greens, some blues. So I just like that idea of having a little bit more color in a palette. But if you are into like neutral, completely neutral toned palette with a little bit of hint of red and pink, this is a great palette. I love this one as well. As in quality wise, I think both the palettes are good. So this year has been that year where I purchased Pat McGrath. I had never thought that I'll buy palettes like this, which are super expensive, but I love eyeshadow palettes, and I really wanted to see what was all the hype about these palettes. And the hype is real. There are shades, there are shadows in this palettes which are just unreal. They are something very unique, something very different, and I'm super happy that I purchased these palettes this year. Okay, moving on, we have a palette from Urban Decay. This is the Urban Decay Naked Ultraviolet palette, which I purchased this year as well. I would say this is a decent, okay palette. I love purple eyeshadows, and I just wanted to see what Urban Decay will do in terms of purple eyeshadows. And especially the Urban Decay Naked line is more of a wearable line, wearable colors. So it was very interesting to see what they're going to do with purple and, you know, the wearable factor. So I think they have done okay. It's pretty good, but yeah, I wasn't like super impressed with the shadows. There are a lot of shadows which are very similar, and not a lot can be done with this palette. I think whatever looks you will get, they will look nice and pretty, but I wouldn't expect too much from this palette. There are two shades which are very interesting. This particular one and this one, like that icy blue, it's very beautiful. These kind of icy blues are very difficult to find for my kind of skin tone, which will actually complement my skin tone. Rest of the other shadows I will say are nice. They are okay, good, nice eyeshadows. So if you are looking for something of a subtle purple eyeshadow palette, you are not too into purples, you just want to see how purple is, or you want a neutral palette with some purple tones, then this is it. Don't expect too much of a high pigmentation, high shine from this palette, because I think this is true for the line, the Urban Decay Naked line. So you're going to get subtle purple eyeshadows. I have done a full review of this one on the channel, so I will leave all the related videos in the description box if you want more info. Next we have Too Faced. I used to love Too Faced, and this year I don't think I'm going to get the holiday collection, the pumpkin spice, right, it's called. It looks very interesting, and if you see that palette you might think that I will purchase it. My brain also told me let's buy that palette, but I think I'm going to skip it because I do have the Too Faced gingerbread spice, I think it's called. So I already have that palette. It's a very good quality palette, so I am thinking the pumpkin spice palette may also be quite good, but I'm going to skip it. I think I have all of those shades already in my collection. But this palette I purchased this year. It's a neutral palette from Too Faced. This is the Born This Way Natural Nudes palette. Love the packaging. Don't you just love the packaging with all the gradient? I just love like a very systematic, organized gradient pictures. So this is a neutral tone palette, of course, neutral nude palette. This is how the palette looks like. What I love best about this palette is the packaging. There are a lot of shades inside here, but still it is very lightweight. I do not like holding heavy palettes. I prefer light palettes, so that's why I used to love the Colourpop eyeshadow palettes, because they were so light, and this is something similar, very lightweight. And even though it's very lightweight, it has a very good size mirror, and you get lot of shades in this palette. So that's a really nice thing about the palette. This palette actually I quite liked. I love the mattes in this palette. I think they are great. Some of the shimmers are also very nice. Some of the shimmers are a little bit difficult to work with if you use a brush. Just if you use your fingers, you are not going to face that kind of fallout, and they are easier to apply with fingers. So especially this one, even this one, I think this is still fine with the brush. These four, five shimmers, if you work with your hands or your fingers, they are much easier to apply. And the shimmers have like a very unique sort of I don't want to call it duochrome, because they're not duochrome, but they do have an interesting shift to them. They're not the regular shimmers, so that also I really liked about this palette, that they have done something different with the shimmers. And of course the mattes, they are very smooth, buttery, they blend really well. And a positive about this palette is that almost all the shades work on my skin tone. Even the mattes, all of the mattes can work on my skin tone. Of course some of these lighter mattes, they are not going to show up that well, but they will look nice as like a slight wash of colors or blend out the other tones. So almost all of the mattes, they do work on my skin tone. And I've used all of them, so yeah, I'm pretty happy with it. I'm quite happy with this purchase, and if you're looking for a neutral nude palette, I will recommend the Too Faced one. Okay, let's go on to this one, the Escape Pod palette from Kaleidos Makeup. This is another colorful palette I have purchased this year. This one, and I think the Color Drain one is the most colorful I have purchased this year. This is how this palette looks like, and I've already shown you guys this one in a Get Ready With Me, a haul, and I have swatched this palette on my Instagram. I'm thinking of doing a blog post on this palette, so do look out for it on my blog. But these are all the colors in here. I love the colors. The mattes are just so creamy and super easy to blend. They just blend into each other so beautifully, and there are a lot of duochrome shadows in this palette. So that's what I really loved about this palette. And it's not the most easiest palette to work with, as in terms of the packaging. It's quite bulky, but it's pretty cool. Don't you guys think it's pretty cool? I would love a little bit more easier to handle packaging, but I think it fits the theme totally, so I'm okay with it. So this was the Kaleidos makeup palette. Okay, next we have another Nabla palette which I have purchased during the first month. I think in January I have purchased this, and I was dying to purchase this palette for so long, but I was out of Singapore, so I had delayed my order, and finally I purchased it in January. This is the Nabla Dreamy 2 palette, and look at the packaging of this Nabla Dreamy 2. I just love how beautifully they do their packaging, and this Nabla Dreamy 2 palette has a lot of interesting textures, colors. This is basically like a sparkle lover's dream. If you like sparkly, glittery shadows, you're going to love this palette. So these are all the shades which are in here. In here you get 3 mattes, I think. 2 are creamy mattes. So this one are creamy mattes, and 3 normal powder matte shadows. All of the shadows are excellent quality. They blend super well. Even the creamy mattes, they are just something very different, very unique, something which is there in the Natasha Denona palettes. They have that cream to powder finish, but they are very long wearing on the eyes, and they're very easy to blend, at least in this one and in the Natasha Denona one. And all the others are shimmers, glitters, sparkly shadows, and all of them are so beautiful. I love this palette. I have done a blog post on this one, and I think I've also done a video on this one. So I will leave in the description box if you are interested. I think this is still available. I think it was a limited edition palette, but it's still available. Last, I am left with some Natasha Denona palettes which I have purchased this year. So let's quickly go through them. First one is the Natasha Denona Love palette, which was their Valentine's Day release, and I had just grabbed it because if you have seen the Natasha Denona palette, you know why. Look at that beautiful blush pink packaging. This is one of my favorite colors of all time, and this is how the palette looks like. I love the packaging of this palettes. They are so easy to handle, and they are so sturdy. Very good quality packaging, and this is how the palette looks like. You can understand why I bought this palette, right? And this is a very interesting color story. It's more of a pink red color story, which is not done as much, and with a little bit of purple thrown in. And I think this is a perfect Valentine's palette, and I love the color story. I love the quality of the shadows in this one. I don't think I had major issue with any of the shadows. I love this cream eyeshadow which is in here, which is that dark plummy eggplant sort of a color. Very nice cream eyeshadow. The only cream eyeshadow which I was like little bit not okay with was this one. It's not very easy to work with, at least on my skin tone. It doesn't show up that much, but I think on fairer skin tone it will be much better. Other than that, I think all the shadows, they just perform so well, and I love the eye looks which I used to get with this palette. I have a full review of this one on my blog, and I have also done videos, so I will leave the link in the description box. Okay, next I have some mini palettes. Some mini palettes which I have purchased from Natasha Denona this year, and I love buying these mini palettes because these are not as expensive. I think compared to the quantity you are getting, it may sound expensive, but I don't mind paying for them because they are a good way to try different shadows from the brand. So this one is the first. Which one is the first one? Yeah, this was the first one I purchased, the mini glam palette. This is a very neutral palette, and I just purchased it on a whim. I was in Sephora and I saw it in front of me. It was $35, and they were also having a sale, and I just grabbed it. So this is a very neutral palette. I think I use only these 4 shadows, a very quick eye look which you can get. There is nothing extra special about any of the shadows. I just love the tones of these 2 shadows and this one. So yeah, if you're looking for like a quick neutral palette, this is a very good one. The quality is good. Next, I purchased the mini gold palette as well. I am eyeing the gold palette since a very long time, but I don't think I will purchase it. It looks very nice, but I don't know if I'll wear so much gold. I would love to own it, but I don't think I'll use it that much. So that's why I went for the mini gold palette, and this also has really pretty colors. These are the shadows in here. I was actually filming a video with all of these palettes and accidentally I deleted all of the footage. So it was such a bad day. I had actually filmed looks with all of these mini Natasha Denona palettes. Maybe I will do it again, I don't know. But I have posted the looks on my Instagram if you want to see. So in here the shades are very interesting. Love these shades. This one and this one. This one has like a slight duochrome olive tone. Very nice palette. Very good quality, the gold palette. And then this is the newer one, the mini retro palette. This is the newest launch from Natasha Denona, and these are the shades in here. This looks actually pretty basic, but I do find the shadows very interesting, and I can use it with some other palettes to create looks, especially this shadow right here, that pink. It has a blue silver shift in it and it looks really pretty on the eyes. Same goes for this grayish olive green kind of a color, that sparkle, that also looks so pretty on the eyes. This is a very surprising palette for me. So yeah, I am actually really liking this palette as well. This is not a all-in palette for me, all-in-one palette for me, but definitely I can use it with some other palettes. So this one also I liked. This one I like more than the neutral palette. I mean, this is a very basic palette. This one has something interesting about it. So if you're looking for something different, I will recommend these two palettes which have something different about them, which you can use with palettes which you already have in your collection. So those are all the Natasha Denona palettes I purchased this year. Hopefully I will not be purchasing any more Natasha Denona palettes or eyeshadow palettes altogether, because I think I'm done for this year. Hopefully there won't be any other exciting launch at the end of the year. If there is, then you will definitely see me buying it, and I'll let you guys know if I buy something. I hope you found this video helpful, enjoyable. If you have any questions about any of the palettes, then do let me know in the comment section below. I will have all the related videos listed in the description box. So that's it for today's video, guys. I hope you liked it. If you did, then please don't forget to give this video a thumbs up. And if you're watching me for the first time, I hope you'll consider subscribing. Thank you so much for watching. I will see you again really soon in my next video. Bye.